Hey everybody, it's Michael Skeleton here. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Vindication, which just came in the mail via Kickstarter. I've gotten a bunch of my Kickstarters in the mail recently, so I decided I'm going to make some videos of them. This game funded in February of 2019. It was supposed to deliver in October, and then they recently said that it was delivering early. So it's now August when I got it, and I'm super excited. I don't think I've ever gotten a Kickstarter early, at least not this early and this big of a game. This box is pretty chunky, and I went all in on the Kickstarter, so I'm going to show you everything I've got, and then we'll unbox it. This was designed by Mark Needlinger, published by Orange Nebula. It's for 2 to 5 players. Actually, it's for 1 to 5 because there is a solo in the expansion. Let me just show you kind of the sides of the box and then the back. And this game was interesting. I originally saw it, didn't think too much of it, and then I heard some good things when the first Kickstarter previous for just the game came through, so I decided to back it. Alright, so let me show you everything else I got besides the base game. So here's everything else. I backed the green tier, which was everything. So that was the base game, which I just showed you. This community pack, which was pretty cool during the campaign. There was chances to design cards and pick the cards that were going to be in that. There was also Leaders and Alliances. That's the expansion that this Kickstarter was for. And then there's the Boulder Hulk Awakened promotional miniature. That's this guy. So these 3 items all came with the green tier. And then I decided in the Pledge Manager to just add everything else on. So we've got the metal threshold medallions. I'll show these closer up later. We've got the Tuuk-Tuuk Boulder Hulk promotional miniature. This can be used in the solo adventures. And there's a blank space in the base game that if you don't get it, it'll be blank. And then we've got 2 promo packs. One of these is Board Game Spotlight. One of these is Dice Tower. I don't remember which one's which. I think they've got 2 cards in them each. But I just decided to add all that on just to make sure I got everything. Alright, so let's go ahead and unbox the base game first. So first thing I noticed was that the bottom of the box doesn't line up with the bottom at the top of the box. But now that I'm opening it, I'm realizing it's actually a sheet of boards on the bottom. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, what was on the back was just a back sheet. I'm assuming this will be a copy of what's on the back of the box. And then what we have here are the punch boards. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And then now we've actually got the actual box. So I guess the box isn't as chunky as it looked, but that's kind of an interesting way of doing it. Before we get into the punch boards, let's open this up and see what we got. Alright, first thing I'm noticing is the Vindication visual guide / rulebook. And the graphics on this look pretty nice. I read through this when it was on Kickstarter. So it's got all the rules, and then it's got sort of these indexes for every card in the game that you can look up. And then, alright, so yeah, there was a bunch of expansions in the original one. Treachery expansion, Jewel Crafter, Exotic Pet, Sacred Stones, Temple Ruins, Well of Wishes. As I understand it, you can add these in as you want. I think the big one was Guilds and Monuments. Or maybe it was Myths and Wonders. Probably both of them. On the very last couple pages, you got the game components. So all in all, 44 pages. And it's got a nice little index on the very last page. You don't see that too often. So yeah, very cool. Nice production here from what it looks like. So that's the rulebook. Next thing we have is the art and lore of the Awakening. Now, interestingly, this game used to be called Epoch the Awakening. And then they canceled that Kickstarter, restarted it, renamed it. Don't know too much about that, but I did read up at the time. So yeah, this is just all art, lore, cool stuff. Not really needed, but good to know. How many pages we got? I don't even number them. A little dog-eared, but it's the art book. Doesn't really matter. All right, here we've got Myths and Wonders expansion board. Nice. And we're getting our first look at the game trays. So these are pretty nice. I mean, plastic with a plastic top, game trays with a Z, and then I believe this one's the community one. And there's little slots for all the punched out pieces in here. And so you can just pop it off and be ready to go. I even think this is where you put something for each game. Don't remember. It's been a while, but it looks nice. And that kind of sits on top of the miniatures, holds them in place. And then we've got a whole bunch of these. Should be 5. I think this is a 5-player game, and these are for each player. So it holds all the pieces per player color. I don't even remember everything. There's a video that Orange Nebula put out that shows how to back all this in the game. And they've even got a post on Facebook, just pictures showing it. So we've got a bunch of these. Alright, yeah, 5 of them all together. Then I'm seeing the Scumbag, used to randomize something. Here we've got pack of cards. These specifically say pets on the back, but I'm seeing 3 different colors. So we'll open this up and see what's inside in a second. We've also got another pack of cards here. Companions. See a couple different colors. So, and a 3rd pack of cards. That's a secret quest. Some endgame triggers. So these are all the cards. And I watched their video, and all the cards will be able to slot in here according to type. If you can see the symbols right there, you know, there's treasures, companions, things like that, and you'll slot them in there. So it's really easy to take them out to play the game. Okay, map regions overview. Okay, so this looks like, yep, player aids. So it says a player's turn, action overview, activate, move, visit, or rest. Bonus actions, convert heroic attributes, and then on the back it's got sort of overviews of each of the different regions. And nicely enough, it's got expansions, so you get 5 of those. I guess let's look at, ooh, this looks nice. Here we've got the 2 dice, and man, these things are chunky. Much, much bigger than usual. So this has 2 skulls, 3 of these, that symbol, and a blank side. And this one, I think, has 1 of every attribute color. Very chunky dice. Alright, and we've got a bunch of metal in this bag. Let's see what these are. First off, we've got 4 metal endgame trigger tokens. Looks like they got 2 sides. That's one side, that's the other. Actually, I'm remembering right now, they store right here in that community box. So I'm just going to plop them in. Then we've got 5 Metal Guild favor tokens. Must be to that Guilds expansion. They're all slightly different colors. And they've got the same thing front and back. Not sure how that shows up on there, but these look really nice in person. And then we've got the 5 metal player medallions. So these are your standees basically during the game where you move around. And I'm remembering now from the video that those slot in on these for the player trays. So I'm going to put those in. Okay, boom, done. Got all those. So let's take a look at these miniatures. First of all, I think these are the monuments, but don't take my word for it. And remember reading that these really don't do much besides sit on the board during the game, signifying something. A lot of people saying it was overproduced, but you know, for the price, you can't really beat it. Doesn't feel like they charged like tons more for this. Oh, let me get them back in there. That guy's a monster. And the last one. It's like a crazy looking tree. Alright, so how many we got? 2, 4, 6, 7. Those chunky miniatures all together. Let's look at all these pieces. Well, first we'll do this. These are the standees we were talking about. Oh, and I think, yeah, so actually these fit in here with the standee. Pretty nice. Alright, so we're down to these token pieces. Looks like you've got one for every color. And it's basically a circle disc with the guild symbol, or the player symbol, and then a bunch of cubes. There is purple and blue. And then finally a bunch of black cubes. Alright, that was everything in the base game box. I didn't show you the cards, so let's open up a pack at least. Okay, there was no notch to easily open these. Oh, maybe there was. Yep, there was. Dang. Okay, I did it the hard way. These were pretty difficult without that, but I should have just looked a little harder. Alright, so first off we got pets. Well, actually, first off, notice these cards, they're almost square, but there's like a notch taken out of each side. And I like to sleeve my cards, and people are pretty undecided on the sleeve to use for this, so I'll have to figure that out. But first off, we got pets. There's Vosh, Matriarch of the Tusk. Not going to go through them all. Next up, we've got monsters. There's Drurg, Wanton Smasher. Next up, we got loot. Wand of Hypnotic Grip. Got Journey. Vision Infused Crystal. And a few companions. I imagine another pack has more. Leia the Lost Dream. Alright, maybe I'll do the next one too. Why not? We're doing it all, right? I'm going to show a little bit of everything. So here's the rest of the companions. Sestra Lore Keeper. Got a different color of companion. Zoe, Barrier to Darkness. Okay, another color of companion, so I assume it's just multiple places. Colors get you companions. Arn, First Son of Steel. Let's go through the last pack. We went through the other two. Might as well. Okay, actually these do open really easy once you figure out that tab. So we've got endgame triggers. This one says monsters. When one monster more than the number of players has been defeated, the next round becomes the final round. We have got traits. Devotion. Got relics. Pouch of glowberries. And finally, we've got secret quests. The Prophet of Discipline. Keep face down until the end of the game. With 2 secret objectives. Alright, so that's all the cards. That's everything in the base game box. I'm going to shove it all aside and move on to the other stuff. Oh wait, that's not everything in the base game box. We forgot about all the punch boards. So let's open that up. Alright, so as I was opening this up, all these punch boards just punched out. They must all be lined up. So I think I'm just going to take those off and show you the rest. So this is punch board 1. Oh, upside down. So here we've got all the tiles that I think go on the game board. These are all your... I'm not even going to pretend to know what all these are. These are like your attack, or no, movement. That's what it was. Then these are for each player, representing you, the wretched. Flip it over to the back. You are vindicated. Yeah. There we go. That's punchboard 1. I'm pretty sure this one goes to one of those expansions that came in the box, but don't know the name of which one. Here's punchboard 2. Actually, these are more like the map tiles, because on the other side, no, okay. And the ones that I punched out are actually the player boards, where you take your potential that can upgrade into influence, which can upgrade into conviction. So, punchboard 3. And the back. Punchboard 4. Shrines, command post, monastery, jewel crafter, some Orange Nebula, fillers in the back, and the final one, punchboard 5. So there we go. Now that's truly everything in the base game box, and I'll clear it all out for the rest. Okay guys, one last thing I just realized as I was packing up the game is underneath the tray of miniatures is the game board. Yep. Good thing I remembered that. I was like, where is the game board? And I'll just kind of open it up right here. Sorry for the shaky camera. Didn't want to set up the tripod again. But there is the game board. Apparently that's why they shrink wrapped all the chits to the bottom so that they could put that there. And this will go on top after the fact. So just wanted to point that out. So I figure I'll go over some of the add-ons I did first. So here's the medallions. I'm not going to take them out. But I'm pretty sure they were just used to track certain things that used to be tokens, a little fancier. Oh, it says right here. Vindication medallion and gold leader report medallion. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at the promo pack. This was one of them. So this promo pack has Suzanne and Mandel, which are companions, and then a relic of the relic tower. So maybe that's the dice tower one. That looks like a dice tower. The second promo pack has Spotlight Enchantress, a companion, and then Spotlight Hotshot, which is another companion. Alright, so let's take a look at this miniature, which came with the pledge level. Get it out. Whoa. So this guy is the Boulder Hulk Awakened. Pretty chunky. And then this Boulder Hulk, Tuuk-Tuuk, was the one I added on. Here we go. Packed nicely in bubble wrap. There you go. There's Tuuk-Tuuk. I believe this one was just for solo play. And then the last thing that came with this pledge was the 12 card community pack. Now I technically don't have everything because there was another community pack. It's only available from their website. Don't remember how many cards it was, but I'm going to need to get that if we play the game and like it. So let's take a look at what's in here. Alright, I'm just going to go through all of these real quick. 12 cards. Ro the Illuminated. He's a companion. We've got Vetra Shadow Stepper. I believe another companion. Braca the Tactical. Another companion. Temple of the Warded Way. Companion. Dreams of Daedalus. It's a relic. Gruel of the Muck. Monster. The Lurking Herd. Monster. Area the Winged Chime. Pet. Agios the Wandering Guardian. Pet. Nico the Playful, Pet. Grit, which is a trait. And Benevolence, which is a trait. And this was really cool during the campaign. They kind of had voting and people submit ideas. So I mangled that package, but that's everything in the community pack. Last but not least, we have the Leaders and Alliance expansion, which was what the Kickstarter was for, especially for people who already had the original Vindication game. So let's open that one up. Alright, there's the back of the box. Forgot to show that. Basically shows all the components. And first thing we see is, well, two things. We got the visual guide, Leaders and Alliance visual guide, and the solo adventures. So the visual guide is much smaller than the last one. And yeah, doesn't even have page numbers, but about 12 pages. And we've got the solo adventures here. Nice, good quality. About 20 pages. Alright, then we see the Scumbag. This one's purple. The last one is black. Not sure you need two of them, but hey, I got them both. And here we've got the leaders. So Voana, Thwin, Keandre, Elgishar, Zon. Yep, the back just shows the front of the box. Oh, I missed one. The Silver Eye. Looks like we've got standees for each of the leaders. I believe this is for the solo play. Looks like it mentions Tuuk-Tuuk. Shows lost conditions, so looks like you're going to have to punch those out. And then it looks like 3 new locations. We've got 2 more chunky die. This one looks very similar to the last one, except for that side. And this is slightly different. It's got some multipliers. Yeah, still just as chunky. Then we've got some standees right there. Same as before, it looks like. Another set of standees, so maybe some of these must be for the leaders. And then a bag of components. So these are the report tokens. You see a bunch in each color. Nice quality, nice shape. Very thick too. You can see that. And then we've got these campfire tokens, which came for the solo play and was kind of like a bonus after the campaign ended. They showed what they had come up with. Very nice. We've got a pack of cards. So first off, we got solo adventure cards. Looks like 4, 5 of those. Let's just take a look at one. Roam the island. And then these, I believe, so there's a trait, a couple traits, some companions. The Lena Scribe of the Moderate Worth. I believe all these were misprinted in the original Vindication, so you would replace them with these. But in the new print of Vindication that I got, they were printed correctly, so these are just double. So I won't need these, but I'll double check on that. Alright, so that's everything in the box for Leaders and Alliances expansion. Let's put it all back together and wrap this up. Alright, so that's everything in the box for Vindication, the base game, and the expansion Leaders and Alliance. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Vindication and whether you backed it. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing for future videos. If you want to see more of my videos, just click the links on the screen and maybe you'll find a new game to play. Alright guys, Michael Skeleton is out.